So if we put the Mark of Kings just here...
Tidy!
King's Way, here we come!
Wow.
So this is Ding Dong Dell, huh? It's like something out of a picture book. It feels different from when I was last here.
Well,
The town appears peaceful, and yet one cannot help but notice a distinct lack of grimalkin. They've all jumped ship and set sail for safer shores. I shouldn't wonder.
no.
Unlikely. Mazinger has had the citizenry under close scrutiny ever since the coup. If they didn't get away fast, they didn't get away at all. I'd heard they'd all been moved to some kind of underground slum somewhere, although I don't know much more than that.
Blimey.
Sounds miserable.
All right.
Well, if there are no grimalkin left to speak with, we shall have to see what the mice and rats have to tell us. Only if you and Roland will agree not to remove your hoods. You are both too well known here for comfort. Okay. It's not exactly the world's best disguise, but I guess it'll have to do for now.
Oi!
Hey, less of your complaining. It was the best we could rustle up at short notice. Gosh, it's been a while since we had any visitors from outside the kingdom. Next, you'll have at least one meal at the boutique before you leave, won't you? I make all the desserts, you see, and they're delicious even if I do say so myself.
Welcome. Come back anytime.
My granny said that when she was a little girl, the grimalkin used to treat the mice really badly. I don't understand. Why can't everybody be friends?
Oh, yes.
Now, let me see. If I'm not very much mistaken, that outfit means you're a wizard in training, and if you're anything like the other training wizards I know, you probably get quite the appetite. Fortunately, Ding Dong Dells get plenty to offer a hungry youngster. If I were you, I'd go for an Om Nom Nomlet from the boutique. I haven't seen you around these parts before. I suppose you must be a merchant. Well, welcome to the new and improved Ding Dong Dell, a very mousy kind of kingdom. I have heard that the grimalkin are demanding more and more rights. They even want to be allowed to rule themselves. Ha! They wouldn't even know where to begin. All they know is violence and savagery. If it were up to me, I'd lock them all up.
Huh?
What's that you say? Life under King Mazinger? I don't know what it's like for humans or grimalkin, but for a mouse like me, things are completely different nowadays. I mean, when I was younger, we were picked on all the time. My mother told me I should never trust a grimalkin or even become friends with one. I think that's what all mouse mothers told their children back then. Still, I don't hold a grudge against King Leonard or anything. That's all in the past now. It's time to move on. If a human ever became king of Ding Dong Dell, do you think they'd change the ears on the castle to match?
Yep.
Life used to be really hard for mice in Ding Dong Dell. Not only were they not allowed to make any important decisions, there was hardly ever any cheese for them to buy. That's what led to the coup, if you ask me. But now the tables have turned, and it's the grimalkin who are being oppressed instead. You mustn't go any closer. What do you fancy for dinner tonight, love? I was thinking of cheese pie with cheese sauce and then some lovely cheese cake for pudding.
Oh.
Again? King Mazinger is a magnificent person. He's done more for we mice than anyone else in history. It's hard to believe how pathetic and downtrodden we used to be.
Yes.
I know, it shames me just to think about it. Now that King Mazinger's on the throne, we can finally get the respect that we deserve. What a delightful robe. Do you mind if I ask you where you bought it?
Hello.
I have read and reread every word that has ever been written about Ding Dong Dell. There is no mouse, grimalkin, or human who knows the history of this kingdom better than me. How many more grimalkin were rounded up today? It's terrible.
Yeah.
I know, and there'll be more arrested tomorrow. Things can't go on like this. Gosh, we were going back a while now. But yes, I remember the bard with the long name. He had a beautiful voice, and he was mighty handsome to boot. As for his name, though, I can remember the very last bit. Something, 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 what's a mara goal? Yes, that was it.
Yeah.
Something written by Yerman? Entry forbidden due to monster infestation. Well, that don't sound too good. That's not tempt fate, eh? What do you want? I'm working. I don't have time for chit-chat. Join my kingdom.
Yep.
Now, you mustn't go outside until you're feeling better, alright? If there's anything you need, just let me know. Thank you. You're ever so kind.
Yeah.
As an architect, I have spent a great deal of time studying the history of various buildings. Each kingdom, each people has its own distinctive characteristics. This palace is a testament to the architectural history of the Grimalkin, and yet we... Still, what's done is done. We must learn to live with these changes.
Yeah.
For years, the only work I could get was spinning yarn in the corner of some grubby factory. But now that's all changed. Now I'm a fully fledged tailor, and I can design and make all the clothes I like. It's unbelievable. I never thought I'd see the day when we mice would be allowed to measure and cut our own cloth at last.
Yeah.
King Mazinger's policies are putting mousekind first at last. They've given us all a real boost. I suspect the grimalkin aren't too happy about it all, but still. They've had their time in the sun, and we've all suffered enough. I think it's only fair that the tables are turned. It's amazing to think how different things might be now if King Leonardo hadn't fallen ill and passed away when he did. It would seem that more and more grimalkin are turning to crime. The guards had better apprehend them all soon, so the good folk of Ding Dong Dell can sleep easily again.
Yeah.
I couldn't agree more. I'm frightened to walk the streets knowing that there are so many feline felons on the loose.
Yeah.
We mice lead much happier lives now that King Mazinger's on the throne. I haven't heard any grimalkin calling us dirty vermin for a while now. In fact, I'd say the shoe's firmly on the other foot.
Welcome.
Welcome to the Countermaster store. You've made a fine choice in coming here, young man. I'd say you have a bright future ahead of you making clever decisions like that.
Let's see if we have what you'll please come again.
The master just say that grimalkin are criminals who are causing chaos in the kingdom. But I haven't even seen any for a while. Could they really be doing all the bad stuff they're being blamed for?
Oh, yes.
I've been farming here since the days of King Leonard, but there's no doubt that life is much easier now Mazinger's on the throne. After all, grimalkin make excellent laborers, and all of a sudden they're desperate to work for me. You mustn't tell anybody this, but the truth is I'm waiting here for my beloved, and she's a grimalkin. But honestly, she's the most wonderful person. So kind and warm. Everyone keeps saying how all grimalkin are terrible, but it's just not true. Leander and Bracken teamed up to make the gear I took on my mission to Ding Dong Dell, using some ideas I got from old spy flicks. I definitely don't recall mentioning pills that turn you into a frog. I was convinced I'd be stuck that way forever. You probably think I'm waiting for someone, don't you, standing here like this? Well, as a matter of fact, I am. I have a funny feeling I'm going to meet a very pretty little mouse here today. I wonder when she'll happen along. Look, how many times I have to tell you, I can't come home until we've rounded up all the grimalkin. They're a danger to themselves and others.
Yeah.
Lemmy told me that the reason grimalkin do bad things is because they don't like King Mazinger. But that doesn't make it alright, does it? I mean, we never do anything bad to them. Why do they have to be so mean? Oh dearie me. I'm absolutely certain that I've forgotten something. Oh, you're a traveling merchant, are you? You don't see many of your kind around these days. You must have had a long journey. Why not pop to the inn for a rest?
Good day to you.
Welcome to the Cat's Cradle, where you'll find the fluffiest pillows in the whole wide world, and where there's always a bed free for a weary traveler. Our rate is 20 guilders per night. Will you be staying with us?
Hmm?
Don't be staying with us. Oh, what a shame. Maybe next time. The proprietor.
Yeah.
Life here in Ding Dong Dell has changed beyond recognition since King Mazinger took over. I mean, King Leonard always said he was committed to equality, but I never really trusted him. You wouldn't either if you'd seen the way the grimalkin used to treat us mice. Now we're finally getting what we deserve, and it's all King Mazinger is doing. He's our hero.
If I may be so bold.
It certainly seems that Mazinger's ruler is no unwelcome thing for the majority of mousekind. And why would it be? They're finally getting preferential treatment after all these years. So let me see if I've got this straight. It used to be the mice and rats who were discriminated against, but now the tables have turned and the grimalkin are on the receiving end? It seems so, yes. Tit for tat, eh? Folks ain't never so different as they're the same. I never knew that things were so hard for mousekind. I knew nothing about my people, nothing at all, and to think I called myself their king. Oh, Evan. I'd like to hear what the grimalkin have to say for themselves, but there aren't exactly many around to ask. Well now, look at this king of idlers. If you're not busy, you can give me a hand. Come here, will ya? What exactly is it that you need our help with? Oh, you were listening, were you? That must mean you're keen to help. How lovely of you. Oh, well, don't be shy now. Here you go. Obtained a sardine sandwich. Important item. What's this? Why, it's one of my famous sardine sandwiches, of course. I need you to deliver it to a grimalkin called Shadow. There was, well, an incident, shall we say. He's probably hiding somewhere, poor lad. But he won't have gone far. He's a cat fellow, black with a long tail. You can't miss it. He's always waggling it about the place. He's paid already, so you just need to give him the package. Flipman, what are we, errand boys?
Yeah.
Whatever you are, deliver the goods and come back here, and I'll see that you're rewarded. How does that sound? Something tells me we don't have much choice. Alright, we'll go and find Shadow for you. And too many cat folk about, eh? We'll soon spot him, I'm sure.
See you.
Do make sure you get that little treat I gave you to Shadow as soon as possible, won't you? I want him to enjoy it while it's still nice and fresh. Oh, I'm sorry, were you looking to buy something for yourself? Just a moment.
Welcome.
I want a sardine sandwich. A charming fish-shaped sandwich, perfect for grimalkin on the go.
What would you like? Come back anytime.
Yeah, lost him, but he can't have gone far. I know that's my target, but I want to finish talking to people first.
Yes.
Miles ago, I'll make sure that everyone who advocated discrimination against mousekind shall be apprehended and punished in the harshest possible manner. And the statue of His Majesty that stands in the central square shall serve as a constant reminder to the grimalkin that their reckoning is on its way.
Hello there.
Wow, he sounds really bored.
What can I do for you today? See you again.
Oh, by the way, be sure to talk to the taskmaster. You feel like doing someone a good turn.
Okay.
Now, you mustn't tell anybody I told you this, but rumor has it that the old king has snuck back into Ding Dong Dell, and the guards are frantically trying to track him down. And to believe that, you'd have to believe that the old king wasn't killed in the coup. But it's possible, I suppose. Just look at the castle. It never fails to take the breath away. I wonder if I'll ever be lucky enough to live somewhere like that. Look at all them soldiers, flip man. Yes, if we don't plan our approach carefully, we'll be in trouble. Let's stay away from the main gate for now. Alright, I guess that's everybody. Now let's talk to Shadow. Well, that's certainly a long black tail. Excuse me, you wouldn't happen to be Shadow by any chance, would you? Meow! I wasn't doing anything, I promise. Have mercy on an honest grimalkin.
Howdy do.
No need to panic, pal. We're just the sardine sandwich delivery boys, ain't it?
Whoa!
A sandwich? For me?
Yes.
Yes, Crumbles asked us to give it to you.
Oh.
Well, Phew! I thought those awful soldiers had caught up with me.
Thanks.
Thanks ever so much. You handed over the sardine sandwich. I wanted to ask you something. How are things for Grimalkin and Ding Dong Dell these days? Visitors from abroad, eh? We don't see many of you lot lately, what with the borders being closed down and everything. Things have been more than a little rough for we catfolk ever since Mazinger took over. Why, I was out buying a sardine sandwich and those soldiers started looking at me askance. I had no choice but to run, really. So you came here and hid without even taking what you'd bought with you?
Yep.
Of course I did. We've been chased out of our homes, driven into the slums. They've even posted soldiers up sewer inches to watch our comings and goings. We only risk coming off our food, but it's not worth getting nobbled for.
Golly.
So that's why there are no Grimalkin in town anymore.
Oh.
What I really wanted was some nice fresh fish. But one of these sandwiches is the next best thing, I suppose. Anyway, I can't stand around talking to you. Those soldiers could be along any minute.
Goodbye.
Nice to meet you. Perhaps I'll see you some other time. Goodbye.
Crikey.
Suppose we better get back and see old Crumbles, eh?
Welcome.
Back, my lovelies. Well, did you carry out my little errand? Yes, we found Shadow and gave him a sandwich. Oh, wasn't that just lovely of you? Ever so sorry to impose upon you like that. Now, I said I'd give you a little reward, didn't I? Well, here you go. Tained a sardine sandwich.
What?
You're kidding, aren't you? We just delivered one of these. Don't be complaining once you've had a bite, my dear. My sardine sandwiches are the best in the land. You'll be back for more before long, you'll see.
Oh, the cheek.
Of it. So the Grimalkin are all living in an underground slum, and there are guards posted at the entrance? Shadow said it was the old sewers, didn't he? And if you made it out, there must be a way down there that the guards aren't watching.
Blimey.
Imagine being trapped down there like that. It must be like being in prison. We cannot risk being spotted by the guards. If we are to visit the slums, we must make our way there undetected.
All right.
Come on! I recently paid a visit to the exotic realm of Broadleaf. Can you guess what this picture is of? It is a hotel. Each of those doors leads to a small room which one can just about squeeze inside. I thought it'd be awful, but it was actually very comfortable. A hotel? Can this be true? Looks like a giant kiln. It's a pretty typical building for Broadleaf. I would love to spend a night there. There's a little fish motif in the sewers. The old well. Core, it smells musty as anything down here.
Oh.
I suppose it stands to reason. This part of the sewer has been untended for decades.
Shall we?
I survived a hit.
You will will cease and desist!
Flippin' crawling with monsters down by here. You're telling me this is how the grimalkin get in and out? Flipmun. Hey, I know. It's talking about the wheat, isn't it? The stuff that smells all lovely like a flower. Well done, Traveler. This is what I mean. That's the greatest offering that I have ever seen. Dude. The hickory hid inside the sun comes flying out.
Shall we?
Okay, the correct way is that way, so we will go this way.
Watch your back!
Raring to go.
Take that! Wait! Grab this!
It is large indeed. We must be careful to conserve our energy.
Huh?
What's this?
Oh.
I think it must be a statue of one of my ancestors. Those braziers. Something tells me they're important. Why don't we try lighting them?
Hey.
You remember the Kindle spell I taught you back at the factory, right? Number 15. Reset all the brazier by examining one and opting to extinguish it. Oop, there's fire. Let's get the rest lit, shall we?
Oh.
So the braziers really were important. I think the numbers carved into them must relate how long they stay lit for, so we need to try and light them all before the time runs out. Nice. Whoever came up with this was quite the trickster. Could almost have been Zip himself.
Ready for this?
Here!
Oh, hello. Don't look now, but I spy with my little eyes something beginning with brazier.
Watch your move! You will cease and desist!
Right, let's find the mother two. Quick, smart. We're on the clock by year, remember?
Do something!
Reckon our time's about halfway done, Mud. Prop leaf clover, here. How odd.
Flip!
5 seconds till lights out. I think I didn't make it.
Tiny! Do something!
I did kind of figure I would slow down a bit walking up and down those steps, but I thought it'd be faster than hopping.
Do something!
Whoa, how long do these tunnels go on for?
Ready for this?
Take that!
Hey, I know, it's talking about them bones, innit? The ones you could probably whip someone good and proper with. All spiky they are. A chain-like length of bones with a two-pronged tip that's still surprisingly sharp. Achievement locked, no stone unturned.
There's nothing.
It's dark and smelly and downright flippin' miserable while you're. Anybody got any good jokes? These slimy floors will have you slip and keel over top mass before you know it. Careful now. Is this the correct way? Well, then why is the star on the other side?
Ready for this?
Did you hear that? Sounds like someone needs our help. We have to get this door open. Gah, more braziers.
Come on!
We have to find those other braziers quickly. Assume those are all those three, and it's quite a distance between each one, obviously. See how long each one lasts. 45.
Take that!
No braziers in here.
Watch your back!
Huh?
What's one of them pufferwelk doodads doing down by your, eh? Well, ours is not the reason why.
Whoa!
Alrighty. Good luck, everyone.
Alright, let's try this.
Tiny! Whoa! Do something!
Alrighty.
There's still a little bit of inspection tunnel left. Let's make a save and then we'll check out the rest of the tunnel before going through this door. Guess it would have made more sense to have explored this tunnel before activating the flames, but I didn't know that I wasn't going to proceed down this pathway. Guess I could have figured it out.
I am counting on you all.
How do you like this?
the point of this little grate? It just leads to a dead end.
Whoa!
Alrighty.
Whoa.
Oh.
I hope whoever we heard calling for help is alright. No! Go away! Go away! You leave her alone. Hide, quickly! Alright. Here it comes. Queen of the Dawn.
Watch your backs!
She's caught on all her little mates' money. We'll stuck by here forever if we try and one up all of these. He's right. Ignore them. We need to focus on the source of the problem.
You shall go no further!
Thank you.
You saved my life. I thought I was going to be... You told me it was too dangerous to go wandering around the sewer on my own, but I wouldn't listen, and just look what happened. Never mind that. What's important is that you're not hurt.
Hey.
What are you doing down here anyway? We're on our way to the slum where all the grimalkin live. Really? But why would anyone want to visit a place like that? Well, if you're serious, you have to come and see me while you're there. I need to give you something to say thank you for saving me.
Bye-bye.
I'm Moglet, by the way. Bye-bye for now.
But...
Wait! She's gone. I hope she'll be alright on her own. If that ain't the way in, I'll give you a zillion guilders. So here we are, slum. They've crammed all the catfolk into this little place? My crikeys, ain't possible.
Flippin' heck.
And it's all musty and damp because of the sewers as well. Makes the old Sky Pirate base seem like a paradise. Well, shall we chat to a few people and see what we can find out? Well, this is probably where the mice were beforehand, so... The guards came and took my friends away. They said they'd been plotting against Mazinger. I hope they were right. We expected no less from the mice, of course, but for the humans to turn against us as well is awfully disappointing. The charges against us are all false, of course. Why, just the other day, my friend was arrested for wearing his trousers inside out. He hadn't even noticed. How's that even a crime?
Yeah.
Monsters sometimes come in here from the old sewers, you know. You should see the hullabaloo that springs up when they do. They're only small, and we can usually fight them off, but that doesn't stop everyone worrying that they might be poisonous or something. And some of us living down here have got kittens. What if one day a bigger monster happens along when none of us grown-ups are here to protect the little ones? Honestly, it keeps me awake at night.
Excuse me?
Granny, I'm so hungry. Are we ever going to have fresh fish again?
Ah, yes.
Of course, my darling boy. One day you'll have all the fish you could ever hope for. You'll just have to be patient. Here, have some of this sandwich to tide you over. How do I get up there? Oh, there's stairs. Duh. I should have just looked for an obvious route instead. It's tragic, really. My beautiful, fresh bread is being left to go all moldy. I wish I could leave this kingdom and start a new life elsewhere, but how am I ever going to get the chance to do that? All these constant patrols are making it harder and harder for me to see my beloved. He's a mouse, you see. If the guards were to catch us together, they'd arrest him for consorting with a grimalkin. Oh, how I wish I'd been born a member of mousekind.
Hello.
There you are. Thanks again for saving me. Oh, I said I'd give you something to say thanks, didn't I? Here you go, a token of Moglet's undying gratitude. You obtained a swish fish.
Thank you.
Moglet, but are you sure? Fish are awfully hard to get hold of down here, aren't they? No, I simply can't take it. It's reward enough to see you safe and sound. Really it is. Really? You sure? Well, if you insist. Evan gives the swish fish back to Moglet. Thank you very, very much. Fish really are hard to get here, you know. I owe you double now. My mom loves these, you see, and I've been trying to get my paws on one for ages. I wanted to surprise her with the remainder of what it used to be like back home. What happened to your home, if you don't mind me asking? Well, the soldiers came, didn't they? And they threw us out just like that. My dad tried to stop them, but they arrested him and took him off somewhere.
Golly.
I'm sorry to hear that. All I want to know is when we get to go home, Mousinger will probably get tired of being king soon, and then things will all go back to normal, won't they?
Oh.
Well,
Thank you.
I didn't know there were such horrible monsters living around here. If you hadn't come along, I'd be... Wait a second, you're the one that brought me that sardine sandwich, aren't you? Honestly, you've no idea what that meant to me. Thank you ever so much. I liked my daddy when he had a job. Now he just waters his pot plants all day. It's boring. He didn't choose to leave his job though. They made him. He seemed really sad about it. Ever since King Mousinger took over, the mouse soldiers have been allowed to do whatever they like. They harass grimalkin in the streets, even if they've done nothing wrong, and always find some pretense for punishing them. One of our friends was just arrested for shoplifting, while I was queuing up to pay. Makes my blood boil. Can't say anything though, otherwise they'll throw me in the dungeons next. Honestly, most cats are afraid to even leave their houses these days. Things are even worse here than I thought. Ding Dong Dell's rotten to the blessed core. But it's all because we used to persecute mousekind. I'm sure there are plenty of people who are very happy to have Mousinger in charge. I don't condone what he's done, of course. A leader must be above petty vengeance. There's certainly no way we can form a union with such a kingdom. So what are you going to do? Get some vengeance of your own? He killed my father, and Nella. He overthrew me and stole my kingdom, and drove all these poor people down here. He has to be removed. Ding Dong Dell will never know peace otherwise.
Well now.
Tell me, Evan. Your father. Was he a bad judge of character?
What?
Think about it. Why would he make someone like Mousinger his most trusted advisor?
But...
Well, I suppose he... I'm sorry. I think I need some time to myself.
No, listen here.
You have to set about the poor lad so mercilessly, you devil ye? Can you not see that it plays merry hell with his little head? He'll be okay. He's a king. Well, there's that, I suppose.
Master Evan? Oh, it is you. It really is. Ratcha? Gosh, it's been so long. How are you? Relieved to have found you, that's how. The guards were all talking about how you'd been spotted. Oh, I was petrified they might get to you first. You mustn't stay here any longer. King Mousinger has ordered your arrest.
Thank you for your concern. But I came here to speak with him, as one ruler to another. I mean to forge a union between our two kingdoms.
And how do you plan to do that? In case you haven't noticed, the borders are closed, and the entire country is cut off from the rest of the world.
I know, but... Can I ask you something, Ratcha? Is Ding Dong Dell better now? Are the rats and mice happy?
I think I know what's bothering you, but there's no need to worry, my dear. King Mousinger will come to his senses. He always hated injustice. That's why your father put his faith in him in the first place.
Really?
Oh, yes. Because he felt the same. And that's why he gave Mousefolk a chance, like no king of Ding Dong Dell had ever done before. Well, he made me his maid, didn't he? And Mousinger his chancellor. Such things were unheard of at the time.
But Mousinger believes that... He believes that my father simply used him in order to keep mousekind under control.
Does he indeed? Then he's sorely mistaken. Your father near enough pulled his mane out trying to build bridges between our two peoples. It's just a shame you have to take an old maid's word for it. If only he could have told you himself. His diary would have been the next best thing, I suppose, but I'm afraid they laid it to rest alongside him.
Is that right? Thank you, Ratcha. You've been very helpful.
Glad to be of service, my dear. Just you be careful now, you hear?